So for everyone saying that vaccines don't cause autism, case closed, there's no evidence, this has been debunked, all those doctors I debate on YouTube who disappear halfway into the debate. I like how that works, doctors. All 7 of you that I've debated, I really like that you guys just disappear halfway into the debate. Really cool of you guys to just go silent when I start just issuing out data. Love it. Google FDA licensed vaccines, then go to this page. It will give you a list of every single vaccine that's approved in America. I highly recommend you check out the hepatitis B vaccine, the one that I blame giving my eldest son autism. Let's find it. Hepatitis B. Hey, cool. Every one of these will have a list of the vaccines, and what's nice is that you can go into this package insert for every one of these vaccines. Now, every single one will have the clinical trials under 6.1, which you have this table of contents. But let's go to 6.1 and look at this Hep B vaccine that they give your child on day 1. Let's see what those trials look like, shall we? They did 3 clinical trials, but in general, across these 3 clinical trials, they only administered 147 infants and children up to 10 years of age who were monitored for 5 days after each dose. Now, I looked into this and read this whole thing before doing this video. Some kids got 1 dose, some kids got 3. But the point is, your child was watched for 5 to 15 days after this insanely toxic, full of aluminum, full of formaldehyde, full of all, God knows what else. Actually, it's in this list. You can read what the ingredients in this. But the point is this. When I say that they're not safe, the doctor will be like, oh, it's been rigorously tested. No doctor is aware that, oh, by the way, rigorously tested means 147 kids being watched for 5 to 15 days. For millions upon millions of injections across decades. Okay? So by any normal person standards, these safety tests, these clinical trials for vaccines are a fucking joke. Okay? They're a fucking joke. And this is when doctors usually start disappearing during my debates. All right, I start bringing up aluminum, neurotoxins, the FDA, NIH. I start showing up with the real receipts and the real data, and lo and behold, every one of them just stops talking to me, disappears, because they're like, oh shit, Joe's right. 147 kids monitored for 5 to 15 days is not enough time. It's not a big enough sample. You can't diagnose autism in 5 to 15 days for a frickin' 1-day-old, can you? So then, of course, autism will never show up in these trials when the trial's 147 kids being watched for 5 to 15 days. Just saying. Do your homework. Go to FDA website to look at what I'm saying. Just Google FDA licensed vaccines. Go to this website. Look at the package insert for whatever is up on your kid's stuff. And then also look at the side effects. The side effects are crazy. These are side effects that only show up within 5 to 15 days. And it just, dude, it's like cardiac arrest. That's your heart not working. Urinary disorders, there's a ton of stuff in here, dude. There's a ton of stuff in here. And this is after only watching them for 5 to 15 days and all this crap is showing up. So what else would show up if they actually watched them for years or had a placebo control group, which none of these have placebo control groups. Not a single one of these vaccines has placebo control groups. And when you look at it, you're like, bro, it can't be 147 children between the ages of 0 to 10. You don't even know how many infants it is in this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is why I say it's not safe. There's no evidence. I'm going to argue that 5 days with 147 kids is not enough evidence to inject hundreds of millions of kids with this thing on day 1. Just saying. And especially when watching it for 5 to 15 days, it's not enough time to even remotely know what the side effects are really actually going to be. Okay? So the burden of proof should not be on me, a dude who's like, oh, my kid's been vaccine injured. The burden of proof should actually be on the government, the doctors, the healthcare industry. It should not be on mothers. It should not be on me, just a blue-collar idiot who can do research, you know? All these doctors acting like their Google's broken. All these people who believe vaccines totally work cannot be bothered to Google shit. All right? This is the battle I'm fighting, you know? My goodness.